Everybody, see the Shema, the cover the Shabbos, jumping right in. 71 days until Chanukah. Send our heart perfect, true counsel every day a moment, B'Shem Kol Yisrael, so that from now on, at any rate, we will truly attain complete repentance. We will turn aside from evil and always do good what is good in your eyes. May we be among those who fear you and are wholehearted, who attain fast, hidden good as you give them permission to search the treasure house of the king. Fortunate is their portion. May holy candles be made of all the mitzvahs that you help us perform in our lifetime. May we use these candles of the mitzvah at the time of our death to search in the king's treasure house. Then we will not rise in shame before you. B'siyata d'shmaya, David, Chanukah. Tov, a person once came to the fifth Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Rebbe Rashab, the Frierdiker Rebbe's father. This person looked so coarse, like a little piece of flesh with a nose sticking out. He didn't even have a human face. The Frierdiker Rebbe was at the door. He didn't even want to let him in, but he did. And he decided, I'll keep the door a little bit open to hear what my father says. So this coarse Yidela speaks to the Rasham, who was the Frierdiker's father, who quickly realizes that this person is the coarsest person in the world. So he says to the Yidela, my dear friend, your soul needs a lot of fixing, but I'll tell you something very simple. I want you to promise me that every day for a few minutes you'll forget the whole world and just think about what you can do for another person. Think if you could do one favor for another person, please come back to me next year. The Frierdiker Rebbe said that the following year, the Yidela came back shining from one corner of the world to the other. He mamish had a different face. When you want to visualize someone you are thinking about, you don't think of their back or feet. You visualize their face, because their face is the most important thing. Rav Nachman says that the problem is that we don't have faces anymore. We have a little flesh here, a little bone here, a little muscle there, but no face. Which part of a person shines? It's not the hands or the feet. If I'm on the level of shining, it's my face that's shining. But if I have no face, God forbid, it's the end of the world. On Hanukkah, God gives us back our true face. When children are born, they have God's face until, God forbid, we defile that oil. We break open the seal and we think they have to look like us. It's the end of their godly face. Chanukah is the greatest miracle in the world because God gives us and our children back our faces. A lot of people complain that they haven't seen their soulmate yet. Rav Shlomo says, let me tell you something. Your soulmate will only recognize you by your face. If someone walks around faceless, what good is it? You'll never find any soulmate. On Chanukah, God gives us back our faces. We get back our dreams, which lights up our faces. And with this new face, our eyes can finally see all the beauty which constantly awaits us. Wherever we are, we should be blessed that God should give us back our faces, renew our dreams, and allow us to bring the light of Chanukah into the world. Everybody knows that the whole idea of Chanukah is Ein lanu reshus leishtamesh bahem ella l'rosam bilvan. We can't use the Chanukah light for anything other than to look at them. All the rabbis say the same thing. The downfall of the world is Vatera ha'isha kitov ha'aretz l'ma'achal. And the woman saw that the tree was good for eating. The way Chava looked at the tree was the beginning of all darkness. The fixing of Chanukah is when we fix the way we look at anything in the world. Chanukah is about the eyes and the fixing of the spies, because the spies looked at Eretz Yisrael the same way Chava looked at the apple. What was the problem? Right? I could look at something and say, can I use it or can I not use it? Is it good for me or is it not? I can look at Eretz Yisrael and think, is this good for me or is it bad for me? Just like the spies did. But the fixing of Chanukah is that we're trying to use it for, we are not trying to use it for anything. We're just so glad it's there. Rosh Hashanah says, friends, the Torah of Chanukah is so deep. Sometimes we learn Torah and we think, what's the Torah doing to us? Is it making us more holy? Are we learning something from it? Are we becoming more this or more that? The Torah of Chanukah is that we are learning Torah, and we are just looking at what we're learning. No calculations, no expectations. We're just looking at the light, and we're so glad it's there. Chavra, we should be zocha to shine our faces and receive the panim yafos right now, and to mamash do everything for the sake of right now. Right? Schar mitzvah mitzvah, the Berditchever says that the lowest level of tanug, the lowest level of pleasure, is to do a mitzvah for the schar of the mitzvah. But the Berditchever, and I also heard today that the Gra, the Vilna Gaon says that schar mitzvah means that the schar of the mitzvah is actually doing the mitzvah itself. That's the schar. And we should be zocha to just do it because we're doing it. We're there because we're there. We're looking at the Torah, and there's no condition. I'm learning this Torah in order to understand it, in order to quote it, in order to have more knowledge. But we're learning and looking at the Torah just for the sake itself. Just looking at it, the beauty of the letters, the beauty of the words, the beauty of the messages, with no expectations, like Rosh Hashanah said. No expectations. Should we be zocha to look at other people like that? No expectations. You're wearing what you're wearing. You are what you are, and I love that about you. That's the Torah of Chanukah. B'siyat Shema, we shall be zocha to fix our eyes, mamash.